Hello, this is Dr. TJ An. Let me start with the picture that keeps most doctors stuck. So you hear the words cash pay or self-pay or concierge and your brain jumps straight to the scariest version of it. So you picture yourself dropping every insurance plan on let's say Friday and then walking into empty room on Monday. That's what you're expecting. No patients, no income, just you and the silence. But here's the truth. That picture is completely wrong. Dropping insurance overnight is a mistake, and that fear is the single biggest reason good doctors never even try. So let me show you what to do instead. In this video, I'm going to show you a model that lets you keep your insurance patients and start earning real money from services insurance was never going to pay for anyway. So I call it the hybrid concierge practice. It's how I went from burnout, working 6 days a week, to 3 days a week, seeing fewer patients and keeping more of what I make. Now I'm a board certified podiatric surgeon, but understand, this is not a podiatry video. This works for dermatology, for orthopedics, for internal medicine, for almost any private practice. The principle is the same. So are you ready? Let's get into it. Hybrid Concierge Series Part 1, Why Dropping Insurance Overnight is a Mistake. First, let's look at some facts to see what's really going on. Every single year, reimbursement goes down. Your overhead goes up, your staff, your rent, your supplies, all of it. So you're getting squeezed from both sides. But here's the part that really stinks. When the patients gets a bill they don't like, who do they blame? They don't blame insurance company. You know that. The insurance company is too abstract, too far away, too big perhaps. So they blame you, the doctor. Let's face it, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, there's a famous quote for that. That's the definition of insanity. The environment changed, and survival isn't about being the smartest or the strongest. It's about being the one who adapts. Charles Darwin figured that out a long time ago, and it applies to your practice today. Let me tell you how I learned this the hard way. Back in 2012, I hit the rock bottom. I was working 6 days a week, seeing 30, 40 patients a day, and I was completely burnt out. I still remember sitting in my office thinking I didn't want to do anything with healthcare anymore. I was done. I came to this country by myself in 1990. I was only 19 years old, no family, and very little English. I didn't come all the way to feel trapped inside my own practice. So I made a decision, but I wasn't going to blow everything up overnight. I couldn't. I had bills to pay, I had a staff, I had patients who depended on me and my family. So instead I started gradually and slowly. I opted out of the worst plans first. The government plans, the bottom tier payers, the ones paying me almost nothing for my time and my expertise. One plan at a time. And every step felt a lot less scary than I thought it would. That slow transition is the whole secret, and there's a simple way to picture it. So here's the big problem with the traditional model. There are 3 parties in that room. That's you, your patient, and insurance company, right? So you take care of the patient, but you don't get paid by the patient. You get paid by third party that keeps paying you less while charging your patient more. That third party poisons the relationship between you and your patients. It puts a wall between you and them. The hybrid model quietly removes that third party from more and more of what you do. Not all at once, one service at a time. Does that make sense? Let me put it this way. Think about a hybrid car. The hybrid car still use a little gas, right? It never asked you to give up gasoline overnight and just pray the battery gets you home. It lets you transition slowly, comfortably, risk-free at your own pace. Your practice can work exactly the same way. You keep some insurance, the plans that still make sense, while you add cash pay services on the top. You opt out of the bad insurance plan little by little. I mean, that's what I call it hybrid. The transition stops being terrifying because you're never betting the whole practice on one leap. Does it make sense, guys? Oh, by the way, money is not a dirty word. It's a tool. It's a medium that exchanges service. It's what lets you invest in better equipment, hire better staff, and give your patients actually better care. And you can become more giving. Charging fairly for your expertise isn't greedy. It's how you stay open. What does that look like day to day, right? You keep the patients who trust you and want your care. And you start offering services that insurance was never going to cover at all anyway. Advanced treatments like better materials, procedures patients are genuinely happy to pay for because they actually fix the problem, So let me show you a few of my doctors who are living this right now. So Dr. Helene, for example, this was years ago when she just started working with me. First cash hammertoe, $3,500. This is Dr. Helene. Read what she wrote. Just booked my first cash hammertoe correction case for $3,500. Her first one. That right there is what starting looks like. One case, one yes, and now she knows it works. Look at the other one, Dr. L, winning Tuesday stack. This is one single Tuesday in her practice. Look at the stack. Therapy, injections, boot, tenotomies, orthotics, laser nails. And if you look closely, some of it still ran through insurance. So that's the hybrid model in one screenshot. Insurance and cash side by side in the same day. Dr. Anna, $8,000 in cash in a single day, just from 3 patients. But she didn't achieve this overnight. She's still on my hybrid concierge model practice. She built it gradually, the hybrid way. It compounds. So these are real doctors with real numbers. Not one of them blew up their practice to get there. They added one service at a time. Now, let's look at a very important concept called ARPV, average revenue per visit. Here's the real reason this is so powerful. And I'm only going to plant the seed today because it honestly deserves its own video. Again, ARPV, average revenue per visit. When you raise the value of each visit, you don't need more patients to make more money. You need fewer. Actually, you see less people, you give deeper care, and you keep more of what you make. And while we are on it, if you're getting value out of this, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. It's free. It really helps the channel grow. Listen, I've been teaching this exact model for physicians for years. It's the heart of my program, The Profit Alchemy, where I walk doctors through building their own hybrid concierge practice step by step. And if that's something you want help with, I'll leave a link in the description below. No pressure. The results speak for themselves. So look at this. Dr. Martha officially booked her first case, cash case, $5,700. She says, finished my day with self-pay package with total of $6,800. Someone please pinch me. It's happening. Thank you, Lord. You see, that's the power of hybrid concierge model. So again, you don't have to drop insurance to get paid. You need to transition like hybrid car and remove third party from more of your practice. And you start with one simple cash case. And if you need help, you got me. So in the next video, I'm going to cover the 3 lies that keep doctors trapped in insurance. So let's recap. You do not have to drop insurance to get paid. Your transition like a hybrid car, one plan at a time. you remove that third party from more and more of your practice. Gradually, methodically, strategically, you add cash pay services and non-cover services your patients are happy to pay for. And you start with one case, the way Dr. Helene did. In the next video, I'm going to knock down the 3 biggest lies that keep doctors trapped in the insurance model. The 3 things you might be telling yourself right now that are simply not true. You don't want to miss it. If you find this video useful, like, comment, and subscribe. It's free and it helps the channel grow. I'll see you in the next one.